I knew it. I knew it.
Welcome to Honorbound Redemption of the New Guard, where they can talk to you guys while the intro is running. Neil is lazy today. It was too much of a pain in the ass to find the mute button for them.
Is there interest in running? I forgot to do my thing.
Yeah. You'll notice a big fat MIA over Justin's face. That's because we think he's dead. We're not sure. He said that he was going to be here. Yesterday he said, okay, I'll be there. I guess he didn't say I'll be there. He said K, which I took as his, approval to be here. But I think...
But he actually showed up yesterday
in the middle of
the Dragon Queen on my stream, but he was so dead. Like, I couldn't recognize his voice for the first few seconds. Then I realized it was him, and he couldn't even do cameras.
All right, to put things into context, I didn't read it as Justin affirming you will be there. The line before that, 2 lines before it was Neil saying, which makes me the jackass.
Hey, wait, that's wildly out of context.
And then a K from Justin.
Okay,
yeah, but that was 12 hours later. Okay.
You know what? Neil, Chad needs to see this, so I'm going to copy the server and show it to them.
Don't copy shit out of chat. Oh, fuck, I left my door open. I'm sorry.
It's just, Chad needs to be in context. This is, I think, the first time I see you on stream without the blinding light behind you.
No, I have... Wait, where am I...
No, it's back. It's back.
About 5 seconds ago, there was just these shimmering rays of light.
Yeah, that was so good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Jesus.
Only Chucky and Neil know my true identity.
Ryan's truly a unicorn.
Yeah. His horn is, though, in another place.
Well, it was Valentine's Day yesterday.
My girlfriend does actually call me a unicorn, but because I have an awkward bump in the middle of my head.
My head's kind of peaked like this.
Yeah,
I can't balance things on it.
I think everyone's head is.
No, dude, those people carry shit on their head. Those women in Africa who stack bricks on their head, or the dudes who stack bricks on their head and walk around with it without using their hands. My head is physically not shaped that it could allow me to do that.
I mean, I guess they do that from a very young age, so they shape it. It's like wearing dentures,
Wearing dentures?
Not dentures.
Dentures are what old people wear.
Not dentures.
Braces.
Braces. That's it.
Or foot binding.
Or the rings on the necks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's this funny thing. There's a friend from Comic-Con I knew. She has a Lord of the Rings style gadget thing on her neck. It's put on with some screws with a surgeon's special screwdriver. She lost the screwdriver. She has had that thing on her neck for 3 years now.
Hey.
I hope she doesn't get any poison oak on her neck.
You're supposed to get those out after a year or two. Right? There's those subdermal piercings.
I have absolutely no idea. Not subdermal. It's to the skin right here, but I don't know if you call it. I don't know what subdermal piercings are, and
that's where you
under your skin. Subdermal, dermal means skin.
I mean, you wouldn't put one on your face, but it'd be you've got 2 balls here, and then going underneath.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah, they don't really. Your body kind of rejects that sort of shit.
So I mean, she's been okay.
Yeah.
Well.
Anyway, D&D.
The Dungeons and the Dragons, although we haven't been in a dragon or a dungeon. Ooh, what is that?
You've been in a what?
Can you read in a mirror?
Something. Your Valentine is
a 20 natural.
Being your Valentine is natural. It's got a 20 on it. So basically, my girlfriend ran a Google search for Dungeons and Dragons Valentines.
Nice.
Probably doesn't understand the reference, but she likes the pretty heart-shaped dice.
It's nice. I got a piece of chocolate that had some Vietnamese English text on it that said something about, I don't remember what it was, but it was poorly worded and looked ridiculous, but it was really delicious.
So the funny thing about we have our anniversary 2 days before we have Valentine's. So on the 12th, that's when we had 2 years of being together, and we usually don't do Valentine's. We kind of do them together.
Usually, he says, after 2 years.
Usually, yeah.
One out of the 2 times.
Yeah, one of the 2 times. We've done it as a. Imagine the first time we got together. That was very awkward. 2 days after we got together, it was Valentine's. I remember spending 8 hours in a shopping mall, awkwardly thinking, "What could I get here that doesn't that screams "I like you," but still Valentine's. It was.
See, that's why you don't get together 2 days before Valentine's Day, Chucky.
Yeah.
Rookie
amateur
mistake.
It was so random. We literally met in a classroom. I was fixing a computer, and she wanted to use the computer. That's it. That's our love story.
Ryan and Aaron met in a classroom.
Neil's classroom.
Yeah, the same classroom where I met my wife, and roughly around the same time, right?
No. Well, no.
No, because you knew Aaron before you went to Australia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, never mind.
Yep.
Okay, so well, Justin murdered, dead, and killed. Let's talk about.
Text. Actually, no, I didn't get a response.
No, he doesn't respond. He never responded to text, even in the when I.
Text, wait. I thought you sent him a Skype message.
No. I usually, when in Honor Dragon Queen, we have Robert.
Oh, okay.
So Robert sends him a text.
And he ignores those. Okay.
Yeah, he ignores those. Usually he either sees them and comes on, or he doesn't see them at all and he comes on whenever he wakes up. But he is really sick. I've seen him yesterday for about 2 or 3 hours and he was incredibly sick.
Well, Justin is his own man. He always has been.
Yep. Okay, so let's jump to the important stuff. We've been daddling around too much.
Yeah, so I guess in game it's pretty easy to say Justin's character runs off. We established that in the first episode.
He will tell us what happens with his character, whose name I can't even remember. When he shows up.
Let me get you a character sheet.
I only have this one computer at the office, so everything I do is only if I see your faces, I only see your faces. I'll have roll 20, I only have roll 20.
Yeah. Do you want me to? Is there a server somewhere I'm supposed to upload character sheets to?
Yes. I will give it to you in 1 second. So if you
having
press
some serious compatibility issues, and I like.
So yeah, I'm actually just
leveled
sending
up
my
my
stream.
character
If you go on the stream right there and the Zoom chat.
And then I went. No.
Does the PDF not work for you on the Mac? Are we still having PC Mac compatibility issues?
Okay, no. I will send you a Skype message. I'm not going to log in.
And Neil, is this happening for you as well?
Okay, you guys cut out for me. I didn't hear shit.
Yeah, can you hear me right? Or
I can hear you now.
Yes.
Yeah, no, he's cutting out. I didn't say anything. He is cutting out.
Ryan was cutting out. Cool. I thought I was done.
Yeah. No, I was looking at that and I was wondering if it's me or if it's somebody else. Ryan,
I can hear it's me.
It's literally. You're fast forwarding, so it's you say something, you stay like this, and then you start doing this.
It'll fix itself or it won't. Do you need our character sheets right now?
No. I don't need character sheets. I just wanted to talk about our new character.
Yes.
Yes, and now that I'm in stream right now,
I should be better now. I'm on Aaron's computer and I'm trying to make it work too hard, and it's struggling. All right.
Okay, I am Desmond the fighter, the human fighter.
Okay, Desmond the human fighter. Well, let's say we have Justin just ran off, and Ryan, what's your character name? Sandor. After your very bad experience, in the end you sacrificed a friend.
I'm a carry. I just got fed like crazy.
Oh no, you got fed like crazy, but the only problem was the guy you liked, the only guy you liked got killed, and you had to save a sorceress who you don't even like or trust.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you go back.
I got a ton of XP.
You got a ton of XP. Are you now back in the? I'm thinking you're back in the inn, back in town.
No.
No, where are you?
We ended the session after combat in the cave, and I.
Oh yes, you're right. Okay, so but Justin is not there, so he just runs off. You don't know.
I still have bodies to deal with, or at least a body to deal with.
You deal with that chat because I need to make my PDF version of my character sheet, so you guys go nuts.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I think you said the room was full of scraps of parchment, with demonic sigils and stuff on them.
But it's so all. Besides the one that you got over on his body, which actually looked like something legitimate.
A scrap
yes.
of parchment knitted on my character sheet.
That's it. besides that, which is actually legitimate. The others seem to be just scrawlings in Goblin and rough Common. Nothing actually legible.
Yeah, so I think last time we took care of looting everything of value. But now, so I guess Justin's character runs off at some point, but I'm going to take some time and finish searching the room. I can't read Goblin, but I will inspect the scratch of the torn scroll or whatever I have to see if it's actually legitimate. I can, in fact, read Infernal. So I would know if these are legitimate.
So you look over on it, and you actually know this is 100% legitimate. This piece of parchment has survived maybe more than 1,000 years, from what you can mention on the what you can understand.
You have a carbon dater on you?
I don't know.
Of what you can understand of the name, dates, and numbers on the right side of the scroll, and you just see like
in the top right-hand corner.
Yeah, in the top right-hand corner, you see 3 names. And besides the names, there's the circle.
Urlgoth, the Fiend. Mrs. White's class, first period English. 1000 AD.
Besides the summoning circle, it seems to be a summoning circle, at least the half you see. Nothing else is written down into it. Only power, blood, everything that I mentioned last time.
I don't think you mentioned any of that last time.
Yes, I did.
I don't think you realized that I could recognize these runes.
No, but I did say that it was mentioned that this was partly an intelligent. It's something you did understand.
Okay.
And besides that, the names. I would like actually to have you put a piece of parchment 3 demonic names in your inventory. You have no idea what those names are. For you, they're just random demonic names that you cannot even pronounce.
Okay. So I take it yeah. Okay.
I'm trying to get to Google Drive real fast so I can upload your character sheet for chat. Go on.
That's fine. So I guess Sandor is wondering how the goblins got their hands on this very legitimate piece of, I don't know.
You don't really have much of an idea. You're sure this was a dwarven mine because you found the dwarven inscriptions on a piece of parchment that supposedly should have been on the door of the mine, showing it as the mine is shut down, closed off.
Yeah. So I'll spend a little while scouring the room for any clues or signs of where these papers may have come from, how the goblins might have gotten them, but I'm guessing that I've discovered as much as I will.
It seems so, yes.
All right. At this point, I probably look up from my investigations, notice that Justin's character is gone, mutter under my breath, and I go recover the corpse of whatever Neil's last character's name was. Had a lady name. Velma. And I will pick him up and carry him outside of the cave. Can I roll a religion check to see if I have any idea what sort of...
You were actually in his like monkish encampment, like in his church, basically.
That doesn't mean that I would know anything about his belief.
Definitely no. I would just say that you can roll me an religion check.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I know how he would wish for his body to be handled. Hold on a sec.
Return to my fucking brethren, bro. Don't just leave me in some stinky ass goblin cave.
I'm getting you out of the goblin cave, but we'll see what the dice say. We'll see.
So 1 second. This is funny. I was looking online to order a pizza, and I wanted there was like a special offer. You order a pizza and you get a free wine. It was like the wine was so big. Like the wine was so big.
They deliver it?
They delivered it. This is how the wine looks like.
That's the free wine that comes with your pizza.
It looks like it's actually smaller than the ketchup recipient I have in my fridge. And don't get me wrong. Besides beer, she can drink me like into anything, into a coma, and like she drinks this in like 2 sips.
Well, that's like 2 bottles of wine, probably, or 2 glasses of wine, probably.
Yeah, not even maybe 2.
D20 plus 1. I thought PDFs were supposed to be universal.
PDFs are universal usually. Oh wait. I'm fucking. Bring my
Yeah,
phone.
it's the fillable fields that get all dorked up.
Oh, okay. If I know how to prevent that because it is an error, and I can fix it. It's just a shame that the sheet that you have doesn't have that fixed on it already.
It's fine. All right. So with the 12, do I have any idea how the followers of Valentine would wish for their remains to be handled?
I would say that the 12 is enough. Valentarius is a pretty, not necessarily popular, but well-known god. So I would say that Neil can
but he's
tell.
not usually worshipped, I think is the issue.
No, he is. I mean,
justice,
in my mind, Vermontorius is justice. So he would be basically
Yeah, but he's
worshipped
not
by a decent amount of people, especially in a world that isn't corrupted by evil, well, openly.
Yeah, but he's a neutral. I mean, he doesn't. Sure, people will like ask for his help when they're like dealing with the law or.
But people,
it's
whenever
like-
people go into fanaticism, that is very easy, and a lot of people go into it. I can give you like hundreds of examples of organizations that stand for justice with hundreds of people that actually believe in it, but the heads of them are just corrupted as any politician. So justice is a pretty popular concept, not usually brought to an end, but pretty popular.
Yeah.
Okay, so Neil, how do the Vermontarians bury their dead?
They burn them.
They burn them. See.
And would I expect a ceremony to need to be done, or would I feel pretty confident that I could just burn him out here in the woods and be done with it?
Usually burned into a place of faith, home, something close to the heart of the dead.
All right, so I will. Okay, so I don't know how. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to spend some time fashioning I'm trying to remember what the gurney, something that I would like weave some sticks together to drag behind me with his body on it. And go collect my heavy ass backpack and start slowly trekking north to whatever that town is. I don't have the map up.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm just bringing up everything. Neil just sent me his character sheet, so we'll have all character sheets available for chat in a couple of seconds. Carwick is the town that you are from, and the town where he is from. It's the one near the mountains. I'll get the maps up in 1 second and tell you.
Okay. So I start trekking through the forest. I guess I have to back out the valley. And
you have to back out. So Anskar, that is. Okay.
And as encumbered as I am, it'll probably take me.
I mean, best idea here,
maybe.
The sun is going down, because if you remember correctly, you had about 6 hours until the sun went down. So you went on to Anskar, left the little girl after you saved her, returned to try and save your friend from being sacrificed that very night. And so now it's camping would be the best idea, unless you want to travel for night.
Can I do a Constitution saving throw to see if I can travel? Actually,
no, you can't travel for the night. I'll let you travel through the night, but you have to do a Constitution saving throw to see if you get exhaustion levels.
Yeah, and that would be.
At the end of
the journey, or do I roll one now?
At the end of the journey, and for every fail on that, you'll get 2 levels on the exhaustion chart. And you need at least a full day's rest to eliminate 1.
I think I'll just make camp. I'll take my time. I'm in no rush. So I'll probably just outside of the Goblin's Cave get a big roaring fire going. And
okay, so you spend the night over on there.
Obviously, I can't take watches by myself, but
exactly.
Actually, I think when I sleep, I will go just inside of the cave and set up a trap in the door and the way in. I do
Okay.
have a hunting trap, so basically I have a big bear trap.
Oh,
that I
awesome.
set on
Yeah,
the
so
entrance
somebody
to the
like
cave,
walks
and
inside and might step
yeah,
on
I
that.
can look up. It's
right
actually
back.
in the player's handbook what it actually does. So if someone does walk into the cave, we can look that up.
Let's see. So you sleep in the cave
And
for the
I'm
night? Gone?
hopefully before I go to sleep, I'm gonna make sure there's nothing left in the cave. So there was at least one wolf still alive. I'm not sure
The
how. Like he fell
wolf-
in the river. I don't know if he like got out another exit or something. But
The wolf is nowhere that you can find after you inspected around the place, the whole cave. You said you inspected the whole cave, so that's kind of about it.
yeah, okay. All right. So
Okay.
I sleep with only my bear trap for watch.
Let's see what happens in the night. Nothing disturbs your sleep. It
I would
seems
imagine that the violence in this cave has probably scared away most nearby creatures aside from the biggest and baddest. So unless like a bear is wandering in to see what's going on.
you seem to be okay. The bear trap is still there. It hasn't been touched. The door hasn't been touched. Your friend's body is still present. It seems you sleep well. So that's a short rest. So now you can use your hit dice if you want to.
I sustained no wounds.
Okay. What you're a fighter are you or ranger?
I am a ranger.
Okay, so your short rest abilities come back to you if you have any of those.
I just got them, so I haven't used any.
Okay, very
like,
good.
Level 1 rangers don't have any abilities. All right, so I will pack up camp, disarm my bear trap, put Neil onto that little wooden sled that I made and start dragging him north. I'm probably moving at like movement rate 10 or something absurd, and it's going to take me like a day and a half to get to town.
It is going to take you a while. Normally it takes you 3 hours to get from here to there. That's what you made last time. So it'll take you about 3 times. Actually, no, because you moved at 20. It took you 3 hours, 20, so it takes you about a full day to travel. So about 6-7 hours of traveling.
No, it took 3 hours at movement 30. I left my backpack behind when we.
Oh, yes, you're right. You left the backpack behind.
I think before I leave, I'll probably grill up some wolf fillets from the dead wolves, and so I don't have to worry about food while I'm traveling, and choke down some disgusting wolf flesh.
Okay. You at the end of the day, sun is going down. You trek through the forest and you make it to Anskar. You've already done this journey once. It's pretty safe from there to Anskar, especially following the mountainside. 1 second. I'll not ask you for a survival check just because you are familiar with these grounds and have already made this trek up no more than a day ago.
I don't think I would actually. I mean, it depends on DM's interpretation, but between like, so I am a ranger. I don't know what that does, but I have the Outlander feat.
Okay, do it.
I think that
it depends on the terrain.
If you've been somewhere before,
you kind of know where you are.
Back.
Yeah. So I'll say that you don't need to do any survival checks on here. Let me run for your random encounter, please. Still, there's always a chance. Okay. No, nothing happens on the way back. You make it to Anskar. You're not bent by anybody. The guards let you in, but people stare at you as they see the dead body. Some people recognize the dead body and do ask you questions. One of them seems
Anskar is a walled city, right?
Anskar is a walled city. The
gates are open when I approach, and
the gates are open. There are merchants coming in, other people going out.
I ignore everyone and just, I mean, I'm probably got this sour look on my face, and I'm just trudging with this heavy burden. Unless someone stops me and asks me a specific question, I just sort of shrug off any onlookers and head straight for the temple.
Yeah, you just kind of shrug it off and go on. You make it to the Temple of Vermentarius, and you're met by 2 monks that act as guards / ushers of people, like clerks and so on. They greet you. And actually, I'm going to let Neil do this because Neil has a better understanding of Vermentarius, and I want to see he actually described the last time the monastery. So what do the fellows of Vermontorius
Hello, my
when they see
brother.
one of the brothers?
What
They
brings
have-
you to our
this is-
modest temple?
I probably don't give a verbal response as I heave off my heavy backpack, circle around to the sled behind me with a corpse of a monk of Valentine on it, and start untying the corpse from the sled. Lift him into my arms, and I was sort of I'm expecting some.
The abbot
I
comes
feel like it's
over
pretty obvious.
with a frown on his face that turns to sadness as he sees the figure in your arms, and goes, "Oh, did he die a good death?"
As good a death as you can at the hands of goblins. He gave his life that others may be spared.
That is a worthy cause. It is a shame to see
Yes.
one with such a bright future snuffed out so soon. But
Indeed.
such is the way of the world. Thank you for returning him to me. Is there anything that I can do for you in exchange? I see you use a longbow. I happen to have a longbow +3 sitting around that I would like to give you as a reward.
I was waiting for that.
No, but please tell me where the young lady Rigert has gone. Is she still in your protection?
We sent 2 of our monks in training to return her to her father's place.
I nod. That is good. I will ensure that she returns safe and sound. Velma here gave her life that she and another captive may be spared. A foolish sacrifice, but one that he made with open eyes.
If you have need of a place to rest while you are here, please consider our abbey open to you.
That's very forgiving. I was half expecting to show up and get, "Hello, Justin. We're live."
Oh,
And you working in your microphone.
yeah.
I love the hair.
I love the Einstein hair.
I thought
All right, so I hand the body over, unless they ask me to stay for the. Well, if they get started with the ceremony immediately, maybe I'll stick around and watch.
No, there's not a big process. I mean, they don't have any tenets of faith as to burial. It's just dispose of the body in the most convenient way possible, pretty much.
Okay.
Okay. So,
I will
it's going
consider that
night.
business done. Oh, I totally forgot my accent. Oh, well.
Yes, you did Outlander accent. Okay, well, you are again. You're in the city of Anskar, and it's pretty dark. The sun is setting,
Mm-hmm.
and suddenly, out of nowhere, you're faced with a familiar face. There's your friend.
I don't know if I'd call him my friend.
Well, friend, the sorcerer, the wicked sorcerer that helped kill a couple of goblins at your side.
Yeah.
Justin?
So where are we?
Anskar, you had
Anskar.
probably like a day and a half if you wanted your character to be up to something. I just dragged the body back to town, dealt with that, and apparently we bumped into each other again in the streets of Anskar. About a day and a half after the goblin business.
The monk's body?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Are there traditional burial practices?
I already dealt with. So your character didn't. I mean, you can decide what your character's been doing. I think, but
That's exactly the idea.
We assumed
you
he ran
went
off. I just dropped the body off and talked to the abbot, and
All right.
they'll deal with that.
I don't know. She was probably communing with nature, some traditional grieving ceremony.
How you feeling, Justin?
I feel like shit.
Yeah.
But you're up to playing?
Yeah, I mean, I played yesterday, so
No, he was pretty okay. I was worried about him. That's the same question I asked him as well.
D&D is not a very
Okay.
intensive activity.
Yeah,
no, it's not.
but still not something that you really want to do when you're dead sick.
Maybe you could give him some sort of like mummy rot, and then he'd just be role playing really, really well.
I don't think we.
You have a rotting sickness.
I don't think we can deal with a mummy at the moment.
So,
So I'm gonna go get an in room for the night.
okay. There's several inns around. Do you want anything specific, or are you just finding the first one?
The cheapest one. I don't want fleas, but I mean, like on the modest side of things.
On the modest side of things. Okay, so there's one kind of like not at the edge of city, not in the marketplace. It's like in between. It's called the Red Brussels Inn.
The Red Brussels.
The Red Brussels. Yes.
All right.
It's a weird name.
Why aren't you staying with the monks? They offered to house you.
Unless they explicitly are like, here, have a bed. I'd probably just walk away after I drop off the body.
Sandor's too awkward to accept housing.
Pretty much.
Oh,
I'll remember the favor in case I ever need anything. But
did I find my my
Well-
green gem?
Your green gem. Yes, you find your green gem.
Okay.
You searched around the table, and that's where it was. So you enter the Red Brussels Inn, and inside, wow, this inn is really. Oh, by the way, Neil, can you deal with music, because on one screen it's gonna be very hard for me.
But then the party won't hear it.
Okay, I'll try.
poor boy.
Whatever, Chucky.
Okay,
I
okay.
do music for Ryan during Dicing with Death, and I'm running the stream too. You can do it,
Okay,
Chucky.
yeah.
I believe in you.
Then there you
Granted,
go.
I don't usually deal with production, but like 90% of the D&D I play is actually 90% of everything I do is on a little 13-inch laptop screen.
I hate, like, after, trust me, if you play with 2 monitors for at least 1 month, you will never want to go back to
Dude, I
one.
used to like build custom PCs with big double screens.
I cannot understand how you can just go back to that. This is
grin
a
and bear
horror
it.
to me.
Get
Do
used
what
to
you
it.
have to do for the
The show must go on,
the
bro.
crazy life you live.
Yeah. Okay, so
So you were describing the
you enter the Red
the
Brussels
Red
Inn.
Brussels.
It's actually pretty full. This type of inn is usually pretty full. And beside, like, you look around, there's actually even seems to be a entertainment man, not a bard, just an entertainer, playing his flute. It's a pretty neat inn, all in all. It's looking a bit shabby in places. There's only one free table, and at that free table there are about 3 empty chairs, and on one of the chairs stands a character. Neil, you want to tell us something about this character? Like, well, how do you look like?
Wearing 6 pounds of fine clothing and a ring on his right hand with a meager backpack draping off the chair behind him, a long sword awkwardly leaning against the table, a shield awkwardly leaning against the table on the other side of his chair, and some heavy chainmail jingling on him as he kind of awkwardly shifts around. I'm actually going to change his age here, Chucky. I'm changing it
No
very
problem.
dramatically. A young man, maybe an old boy. I don't know. He's young. He's 16 years old, Chucky. He's very young, and he looks unaccustomed to this sort of situation, although his clothes are very fine. He's kind of leaning over on one arm, drinking, and like spilling some down his shirt. and then leaning back and crossing his arms, and then sitting way too still and being a little bit awkward, and then quickly like striking another intimidating pose and glancing about.
Okay, so this is what you see looking a bit about the inn. Most likely, if you don't hurry, you might not have a room tonight.
Who, me
Ryan,
or
you're
them?
muted. No, I'm talking to them. Like, they see so many people in. This is yeah, Ryan muted. We can't hear you. We still can
bursts
hear
into
you.
the inn.
Yeah.
You can hear me, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
now we can.
Bursts into the inn, a flurry of flowing robes, clanging of mail. As I approach the barkeep, is
Hi?
Desmond the only, or not Des, is this boy the only armed person in the inn? I'm trying to figure out why.
There are a couple of brawlers, but they're not actually they are armed with cudgels, that's it. They're basically bouncers.
So,
At the bar, there's one of them, and two of them standing at the corners back in the room. They look pretty normal.
Neil, do you wear armor?
Yes, I have a suit of chainmail that is awkwardly like placed over my fine clothing. No, my clothing is stretched too tightly over the chainmail, and there's like, you can see the sleeve coming out of the shirt, which like only comes down to his halfway down his forearm. You can see the chainmail there, and like the chainmail skirt coming out of his shirt down by his belt, and then he's definitely put his armor on a little bit wrong.
All right. Justin, are you here as well?
Yeah. I'll probably try the thing with the innkeeper again, where I try and get a free, night with the cup and balls routine.
Cupping
balls?
I already have.
Wait,
I already have.
what are you?
No, it's a
Cupping the
straight-
innkeeper's balls.
Yeah.
Discount on the room.
So, I already
You
have.
guys have dirty minds.
I already have an entertainer. He's putting in good people. Get the numbers here. Maybe another night.
All right.
Hey, by the way, just on another note, this is what having an awesome girlfriend feels like.
Yeah, I know
Pizza?
that feeling.
Having an
Yes.
awesome girlfriend feels like pizza?
No, your girlfriend bringing you pizza.
Your girlfriend
That
didn't
she
bring you
ordered,
pizza. The
but-
delivery man brought you pizza and wine.
Well, she
All
brought
right.
it here.
She may have moved it from the box on the other side of the room to the plate in front of you, but don't you deny the delivery man the thing that he has done. That's his job. He worked hard to bring you that pizza.
I mean, I paid for it. I paid him.
Well, yeah, and you worked hard for that money. Girlfriend's a very small part of this equation, and I don't know why I'm
Yeah.
going so hard on her.
I think if these are the reasons you're with your girlfriend, you should be dating the pizza guy.
I've
know
met
why.
some handsome
She wouldn't
ones.
want to see us earlier.
Oh my goodness. All right, so is there only the one innkeeper?
The innkeeper says, I have only one room left. 2 beds inside.
I probably push past the wood elf and try and get this room.
Well, he's just
I lay
waiting for the
down.
money.
I lay 6 silver down on the table.
Takes the silver.
And I say, I'll take the room and an ale.
Here we go. Want any food with that? Dinner's still in the oven.
No thanks. I brought my own wolf flesh. No, just kidding. I'll take whatever food they have.
Lamb with oranges. He
The
brings one
lamb
of the
may
witches-
do battle with the wolf in my belly.
What do they say?
Right. And you said is the only seat next to this.
The only free seats
kid.
that are free are next to this very weirdly dressed kid.
All right. I will probably squeeze in the table next to him as I eat, and sort of grunt and sort of shove him over on the bench and plop myself down.
Hi there!
Me.
Wow, you look like a real seasoned warrior. My name is Desmond. How are you?
How am I or who am I?
Well, how are you, but also who are you?
You may call me Sandor. I am shitty.
A shitty Sandor. Oh, that was funny. Okay.
You think of yourself very clever. And I look down to your waist. You know how to use that?
Of course! You think I would be wielding such magnificent weapons if I didn't know how to use them?
I do not know, but you look yourself a target for trouble.
Well, it's quite a natural segue. I'm actually here in this seedy tavern, he says, looking around, as if it's the first time he's ever been, outside of a palace. Looking to hire me some rough and tumble-like folk.
I'll look you up and down. My blades are for hire.
I mean, I can certainly take care of myself, but we're gonna go a pretty far distance, and I could really use some help. And it pays.
Very well. My fee is 1 gold a day.
Justin,
Plus,
what is your character doing right now? Are you still copying the balls? Sorry, it's just right there on the table.
It's a time-honored magic routine / gambling routine to make money. Just saying.
Yes.
Time.
The question still stands.
Well, he doesn't sound like he's being very quiet, so he's since he says he's
Yeah, but
hiring.
you're in a very full inn.
I mean, if you're sitting next to us, you'll hear me. I'm not being quiet.
Yeah. The only open seats were at his table, I think.
Yeah, the only open seats were at his table.
Well, after my proposal got rejected from the bartender, I probably would have gone and sat down, so maybe I caught the end of the conversation.
You see, I was hoping to go down to Crown Spring. It's a city on the edge of Lake Terius.
Where the fuck is Crown Spring?
It's a city on the edge of Lake Terius, like I had just said.
Okay. The north end.
My father, I dug up an ancient tome all by myself that says there is an ancient crypt out in the hills near Crown Spring, back from the Age of Mist, that's said to possess weapons of incredible strength and power. And I was hoping to take a band of adventurers out there to recapture it for honor and glory and adventure. And
this is troubling. These sound like perhaps powers you should not be meddling with. But I will take care of this for you. You wait here. I will let you know once this evil has been purged.
But there's no evil. No, we're going to go to the tombs and loot them ourselves.
It sounds like an adventure.
Oh my!
I'm loving the voice acting.
Say, Sandor, are you? Is that a hint of elven accent I detect in there? Are you a half elf?
To my knowledge, there is no Fey blood in my veins.
I want to go on an adventure.
But
I'll go.
and I will.
Excellent. What's your rate, little one?
Wait, did you ask me what my route is?
Rate, like how much you charge per day, or week, or month.
I'll take a percentage.
Oh, a clever one here. All right, I'll give you a 20% cut of everything we find.
The loot is split evenly amongst the survivors. This is non-negotiable.
I thought I was paying you a gold a day. By all rights, that means whatever we find is mine. If you'd like to change it to an equal percentage, that can be arranged, but I thought our contract was already sealed, my friend.
1 gold a day. You may deduct it from any treasure troves we find.
Which then go to me, except for the 20% that go to the... What race are you again, Justin?
I'm an elf.
Elf. Oh, you're an elf. Okay. Well, all right. How about I give you a... I'll give you, pointing to Sandor, a 20% cut, and I'll give you, pointing to the elf, a 33% cut.
I'm okay with 33%.
You may spout whatever bullshit you wish, kid, but the loot will be split evenly, and you will pay me 1 gold a day for each day that we do not find any.
Well, I guess that sounds kind of reasonable. I guess if we put it that way, it'd really be more of a profit sharing of an equal profit sharing with a minimum deposit of 1 gold a day. I guess that makes sense fiscally.
However you want to think about it.
I think it's a contingency fee against bullshit.
All right. Well, to Crown Spring then. Huzzah! And then he goes back to sipping
Will you
his
be
drink.
ready to leave at first light? It is a long way. Perhaps we should acquire mounts or transportation.
Well, I generally like to sleep in. You know, the early morning is it's so hard to get out of bed.
I can give you.
It's easy to get out of bed if someone pushes you.
But I meant that figuratively. It's hard to wake up. I'm not. You know, can we get out of bed around noon?
If you sleep in till noon, you may miss us.
I guess we are adventurers. We must deal with all sorts of hard things, especially in the morning.
You look yourself wealthy. Do you have?
What? No. I'm just a poor adventurer and traveler like you. No wealth here. That's why we're on our way to seek it.
Sandor is just awkwardly silenced right now.
I was trying to figure out what sort of animals I can purchase.
Okay, so I'm guessing if you want to do any kind of shopping with the gold you guys have,
Yeah, I'll deal with it.
you should do it now.
Well, in the morning. I'm thinking.
No, in the morning as well.
How fast did donkeys move? 40 feet? All right, I'll probably just get a crappy donkey and some saddlebags on the way out in the morning.
Okay.
Do you want to make me Oh. Isn't it like 3 a.m. in Romania?
No, it's actually 8 p.m.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
1 a.m. in
sorry.
Vietnam.
Oh, that's it. So should I just pay market prices, or do you want to?
No,
charge
just
me?
pay market prices. Just pay
Alright,
market
so I'm going to
prices.
go ahead and buy a donkey and a saddlebag. Are saddlebags in addition to
Saddlebags are in addition. No,
there's
yeah,
pack
you need to
saddle,
buy
which
them.
is 5 gold?
Yeah, it's like saddlebags are bonus after that. Like you can get a pack saddle. Those that have saddlebags. If you want to get more saddlebags, you just.
All right, so I'll go ahead and get a donkey is 8, pack saddle is 5, so that's 13. 2 gold will get me a fuck ton of feed. All right, 13 gold will be fine.
Okay.
All right.
So you guys, you get your donkey. What about you? By the way, I linked the your character sheets. I'm gonna link them again in chat. So if anybody wants to check them out, they're right there. With name and everything. If you want anything more, Hamara. Okay, I was completely forgetting your name. Hamara, do you want to do anything in town?
Nah, I can't imagine.
Okay, good.
Also, I
I'm
don't think
guessing-
she has any money left. No, she does. I'm crazy.
So you wake up. All of you wake up. I'm guessing. Where do you sleep, Hamara? Because I mean, unless Sandor has a newfound love for you, I'm not guessing he's gonna share his bed with you.
I thought you said the room had 2 beds in it.
Yes, but Sandor took it.
I haven't offered the bed, but
That's what I was under the impression of.
we'll see how Hamara.
So Hamara,
I don't know. As soon as Sander gets up to go to his room, I'll just follow him. I'll just assume that we're sleeping in the same room.
Good wording.
I'm not pleased about this, but I'm not sure if I'll be like, get the fuck out.
So, I mean, this is the point where you need to know. So grumble, turn on the other side of the bed.
There's 2 beds, right?
There's
Said
2
there were
beds, yeah.
2 beds.
They're separate.
Oh, listen, I'll be like, you're so considerate, and I'll hop into the other bed.
Okay.
I grumble and probably don't talk to you all night.
You wake up, and you go down for breakfast. There's not many people down there. You know what? Just because you presented the side of your character, Desmond, tell us, are you awake at this point?
God, no.
Oh, no. Okay, good. That was I was thinking. Do you had any intention of waking up at this point?
Yeah, I mean, if someone comes and knocks on my door, Desmond will absolutely wake up.
Intention, like, would you, without anybody coming up, would you wake up?
I mean, he would like to wake up early, but I would guess that he would have trouble waking up early.
Exactly. Give me a 1d20. Just like that.
No, I should log into roll 20. I knew I should.
Because
3.
yeah, you absolutely do not wake up then. You do not see Desmond down there. If that ever happened to you, whenever you need to wake up at some point, and you actually do wake up exactly at that point, even before the alarm, that's what kind of might have happened. So, no, you just sleep. You sleep in. So what do you guys do? Sandor, Hamara?
So I wake up, I go purchase my donkey, I get it all packed up, and then when I'm done with that, I'll go find Desmond, I guess.
Okay, so you go at Desmond's door, which seems to be the only room in the inn that has a double door.
Well, we knock on just one of them.
Okay. You knock. Desmond?
What? Huh? Stumbling over to the door in like fancy silk pajamas. What's going on? Oh, hey, you're... Yes! Hold on, give me... hold on. And I just quickly shut the door, and there's a jingle, 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 clank, clank, zip, ow! Unzip, zip, clank, clank, jingle, and then the door opens again.
Okay.
They say it takes a woman a long time to get ready.
Sorry, I was still asleep, mostly. So, are we off?
Are you ready?
I'm super ready. Let's go.
Are there any preparations you must make?
Should there be?
I do not care.
Then let's go.
Okay, so,
So I'm dragging this little donkey behind me on a leash. It's now got all my backpack on it and stuff, and I can move at a reasonable pace.
So where are you going? What's your destination right now? Are you going back to Carwick?
Yeah.
Because
So we'll at least
Carwick is on the road, but
we're gonna at least head to Carwick. We'll probably, unless I probably never really. I don't know if I have been that far south. What on earth?
A lot of female giggling.
What happened? So I showed you the wine that they sent with that. Mm-hmm. My father stopped by to pick something up from the offices and brought this, which is the exact same wine.
Same wine, but bigger.
But bigger.
Amusing.
That is pretty amusing. Okay, so you guys go on your way on the town of Carwick and onwards towards Desmond's adventure, and I think that is the best point to see you on the other side.
Yes. We're gonna take our first break, and we will see you on the other side of our break. Bye bye.